Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be back, and I'm looking forward to have you back to our synchronous session on Tuesday next week. I'm back. I had to take 2 weeks leave, and I'll be back on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, we're going straight back to Teams, and we'll be doing our synchronous lessons there. I'm looking forward to meet every one of you, every single one of you, and talk a little bit about what you've been doing and what are the difficulties you have been encountering in my absence, really, when I was out without the one-to-one conversation with you. So I'm looking forward to that on Tuesday, and will be a good first day to come back to class. I'm so excited. Um, so that's one thing I wanted to just let you know that I will be back on Tuesday, and we can go back to our synchronous lessons. If you had any issues, problems, we may discuss those on Tuesday and to figure out a best way for me to help you to get back on track, because I know this is science courses, and it's a little bit difficult to actually study on your own. So it's important to have these kind of conversation, one-on-one conversation. It's important for you to have the opportunity to ask questions directly to me, and I can be able to help you on the concept that you may have difficulty with. So I'm looking forward, very excited, and looking forward to meeting all of you on Tuesday. So Tuesday, please join me on the live sessions on Tuesday. Live sessions, not on Verge. So we're going back to Teams on on Tuesday next week, February the 16th. So before we go back to everything else, I just want to talk a little bit about chemistry, just to give you a little bit of some kind of an appetite for you to come back to class on Tuesday. So we stopped, I think, around classification of matter, or matter and its classification. So I'll review that very briefly, so you can be back to that point, and then when we come back on Tuesday, we can start from there and move forward. So we talked about matter, and in chemistry, matter is anything that has mass and also occupies space. So anything that has mass and also occupies space can be regarded as matter. So this is matter because it occupies space and also has mass. This is matter because it has mass and also it occupies space. So almost everything around you is matter because it has those two properties. It has mass and also it can occupy space. So in terms of matter and its classification, we can classify matter as you see in my diagram on the back on the board right here. I'll move my phone a little bit so you can see. So we have matter over here, and then it branches out into two major groups. So you have your pure substances, and then on the other side, you're going to have your mixtures. Okay? You have your pure substances, and on the other side, you're going to have your mixtures. On the pure substances, here we're talking things like compounds and also elements. For compounds, some examples would be like water, because water is a combination of hydrogen and oxygen. So you have two different elements combining together to form a compound. And then you have carbon dioxide is also also a compound because you have a carbon and also you have oxygen. So you have two oxygen combining with one carbon to form a carbon dioxide gas. We have sulfur dioxide and we also have sugar. So sugar, if you remember from your biology, when you're talking about photosynthesis, you are looking at combining carbon dioxide and water to produce carbohydrates or sugars, simple sugars, plus oxygen that is going into the atmosphere. So sugar is also a compound because it's a combination of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen elements. Elements, on the other hand, these are actual elements. So these come straight from the periodic table. We haven't talked about the periodic table, but by the end of next week, probably we'll start looking at the periodic table. So all the elements in the periodic table, they are elements because they are just single atoms. They are single atoms like lead, like sodium, like zinc. All these are single atoms. So they are pure substances and they are elements because they are not in a combined form to form a compound. So they are still single elements on its own elemental level. And then once you go on the other side, here we're looking at mixtures. So mixtures is a combination of two things or more. So on mixtures, we have two branches. You can have three, but I'm just making it a little easier and we can expand on this. Okay, so here we're talking about homogeneous and also heterogeneous. Homo means same. Okay, homo means same. So homogeneous, we're talking about mixtures composed of same, like a distribution of all the material in equal amount. So things like soda, things like Kool-Aid, things like tea, things like air. You cannot see the difference of the elements in there. It's all mixed up, like equally mixed together. But on the other hand, we have hetero. Hetero means difference, okay, difference. Okay, so here we have things like spaghetti sauce, we have trail mix. You can still see the component that actually make up that particular kind of mixture. So concrete is also a heterogeneous mixture. So this is just a quick preview of what we're going to be doing next week. So please make sure you join me during the class time. It's 11:52 on Tuesday, February 16th. So see you there. Thank you so much.